participants of the podcast are either medical marijuana patients or in a state where it is recreationally legal. Two Fried Eggs podcast does not condone any illegal marijuana or drug use or sales.
Welcome back to Two Fried Eggs podcast. This countdown sucks balls, but here we are, back again. Dolph, how you doing, homie?
For the third time, we're great, man.
Yeah, it only took us 3 times. The fucking countdown goes 5, 4, and then just goes away. So I'm just sitting here staring at the screen. But anyway, what's up, big dog?
Whew. That stuff's rough.
It's good for you, man. It's good for you.
Oh, man, I'm good. Super, super good. So, for those of you that haven't been hanging around the stream or Discord or anything, I made affiliate today.
Affiliate.
Affiliate. Yeah, I mean,
That's
wait,
good.
no,
That's
wait.
good. That's good. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, bro.
I'm freaked out, man. I thought it was coming next week. First of all, I knew it was going to come next week because I knew I was setting my goals and I knew I needed to do certain things. And between the help from you and Peels and then the rest of the crew that was just coming to hang, I knew that I was going to hit it. Like, it wasn't even a question.
Right.
And I just didn't think I was going to check my email this morning. It was going to be there. Like, that freaked me out. Like, I was not ready for that.
Welcome to owning your business and having to claim it on taxes.
Oh, yeah, I did all my I-9s and all that shit today.
Yep.
And that doesn't bother me none. Honestly, that...
Be able to catch some subs now, man.
Yeah. I have no idea what that looks like financially, what I need to do to even whatever. I'm just trying to get it set up to be a good, like we did here. Yeah. I wanted to get a good quality system set in place, and that's not that bad. Like you saw, I'd made the little alerts, which is cool.
Yeah, man, it's cool. I mean, it takes some time to get it all set up, but you're working on it. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I got YouTube set up today, Twitter set up today, all my affiliate stuff set up today. As far as like the onboarding,
right.
Got those alerts set up. I need to find the Stream Elements ones for the bits.
Well, I think the coolest part about it now is like what I enjoy the most is being able to write off video games that I purchased.
Yes, I like being like.
So, like I've only bought a couple games this year, but then my PC that I just spent $2,000 on, I can fucking write that off too. You know, at the end of the
absolutely.
year. So nice.
Yeah. That's pimping.
It's all business expense. So.
Yeah.
Congrats, motherfucker.
I went back and I was looking at my affiliate stuff, like, because I started this. You remember when I streamed before?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think you realize how long ago it was.
Well, I'd have know you then, or I didn't. If I did, I didn't know you were streaming then.
You knew me for like the first, because I only streamed like 2 weeks. That's the thing. Like I only did it for 2 or 3 streams. Geardo set me up over there. Like that's the thing. Like I had like 43 followers in the first night.
Oh, okay, because everybody on like Great City at that point jumped over.
Yep, which is great, and I appreciate all that. And most of them are still there. Like I still have a bunch of them. I went through the followers today just to see who was still around. And yeah, man, it's cool. Like who's the guy you played Rusty, the biker guy?
Yeah, me, bro. I can't remember yesterday.
He was a streamer. That's why. Like he was. I don't know. There's a bunch of them. It's cool though, man. I'm just so taken back with the support that I've gotten across the board. Like I didn't know that kind of support was there.
Right.
Because to me, I'm still freaking out. Like I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I know I hang around you in your stream. I think I'm being.
There's no difference from like as far as stepping on anybody's toes, as long as you're a good person and you're, respectful of your friends and stuff like you normally would be anyway, then there's not going to be issues. If you're a dickhead and, only out for yourself kind of thing, then that's when you got issues. But if that's not the way you're acting or the way you portray yourself or the way you are, then you don't really have anything to worry about.
I'm the last person I think about. Like, honestly, like when I'm thinking about the stuff that I'm doing, I'm just trying to make all of our experience better and all of our stuff fun.
That's how I am. Like when I go into another person's stream, like when I like even like Lax or Minder or any of these guys, like I think before I say anything, because the last thing I'm thinking about what their feelings are going to be first. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say anything to like since I do stream and a lot of
Yeah.
people, and whatnot, I don't want to do anything to like offend them or make them feel like the only reason I'm fucking here is just to try to, take viewers or let your viewers know that I'm streaming and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm mindful of that every time I go into somebody else's chat,
So I started the Twitter today, and one of the things were that the question that was asked, let me see if there was a notification. No, it's not there. All right. So basically what it says is, how do you feel about lurkers? Remember, we talked about this a lot in your stream. Yeah. But no. This is different because this was a different side of what I saw, and this is why it cracked me up. And I commented back, and I'll tell you what my comment was, but I want to hear yours first. So the thing is, do you care that streamers lurk while they're live, but that they come in and then hashtag lurk and stuff like that in your stream before going?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I mean, if they're actually lurking, that's cool. Like, I would appreciate that. Now, if they're just coming in and saying, hey, I'm lurking and then leaving, I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me. But it's not like if they're live or not, like their lurk still helps me out.
Okay.
And it's not like they're coming in saying, hey, I'm streaming, I'm live right now, so I'm just going to lurk. Now, that's when I would have an issue. But if they just come in and say, I'm lurking, that's fine.
That was my answer.
Yeah, at that point, I'm thanking them. But if they're coming in saying, hey, I'm going to be lurking because I'm live right now, then I'm going to ban their asses at that point.
Absolutely. And that's what I commented back. I was like, I want all the lurkers I can get, especially fellow streamers. I want them to be in my community. I want to be in their community. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, we don't need to be against each other. We need to help each other. Like, I think that we're great partners on the streaming side.
That goes back to what I was saying, about being respectful and shit like that. Like if I'm going to be live and I'm jumping, of course we'd be playing together most of the time. But if we're playing different games and you're live when I'm live, I might jump into your channel and just be like, hey man, I'm going to drop a lurk just so you know, hey, I'm here, but I'm not going to be able to communicate and stuff. But I'm not going to come in there and be like, hey man, I'm just leaving you a lurk because I'm streaming myself right now. So sorry.
Yeah.
Or
so come over here.
Just leave it like, hey man, and if you ask it or whatever, I'm just going to be, even at that point, even if you ask, say, hey, why you gotta just lurk or whatever, if somebody asks that, I'm just gonna be like, I'm busy. I'm busy right now, but I still want to show support and go on about my business.
So we are both early 40s men.
Yeah.
How many people,
don't remind me,
streamers that are in their 20s will have that same kind of consideration for us though? Think about it. Hold on. I'm going to bring up somebody, and if he listens, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. Raven. I love Raven. I've been in his stream. I've went over there, but he has borderlined on some of these things. Like I've seen him in like Peel's stream before and some of the stuff. And like I said, I like him. I went over to his stream. I showed him support. I gave him a lurk, like all that stuff. Like I treat him the same way I treat all the other people in the crew that hang around. If I see him on there, I'll go. Even if I leave it in the back screen, I still do it. Just so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't like the guy. I'm just saying I've seen some shit. Like,
right. Well, and I think as far as that goes, that the community itself will end up straightening him out, or he'll just end up being kicked out of a lot of channels.
Nobody has
and he won't have that support.
The only person I've seen straighten him out was Peels.
Yeah,
she stopped her stream one night and read his ass the riot act. It was funny. Like she was like,
"I've done that to people.
Stop saying this. Stop doing that. Stop this. Stop." I was like, "All right, Peels, get it, girl."
Well, and I've done that too. At some point, you just gotta, just let them know, hey, fuckhead, this is the way it's gonna be. But
or you have someone like
he's new to streaming and stuff, and he's young, and I think he's just
excited.
You when you're doing something from a business standpoint, and you got to be respectful of the people that are either going to help you grow, be your friends and help you grow, or possibly be watching your channels, or if you're wanting to get raids and shout outs and different things like that, then I mean you can't be a dickhead and expect people to support you. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So yeah, that was it was cool. So what I did today was I knew I was going to gear up for this. So on our Two Fried Eggs podcast Twitter, I was liking every single streamer I could find. Like I was following every streamer I could find over the last couple weeks. Now that when I decided to do this, and today I just went through our fucking following list and just got them all. Like I got all the ones that I've been following over there, and I posted in there and said, "Hey, I'm splitting this account because I'm doing this over here. Please come follow." I was very like I want it to be separate because it has to be separate very much in the last
Right.
couple weeks because I just didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't want to start that and start inconveniencing people to start following me in a different place if I wasn't going to stick with it. And if I didn't like it, I'm not going to stick with it.
Right.
It just so happens I've been having a fucking blast doing it.
Well, and plus, I mean, what you wouldn't want to necessarily mix the two either, because say if either my stream or your stream blows up, and then that would also make the podcast Twitter and stuff like that another revenue income. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. Or say the podcast blows up, and then so that therefore that the podcast blows up, then your Twitter and other stuff blows up, then that's just another, you know what I'm saying? You want as many outreaches out there as you can to try to get eyes on you. So I just think it's best that way to split it all up, because then you have that many more chances of people coming across your content, you know, instead of it all just being grouped into one place.
That was the next thing I was going to ask you. I know you went hard at YouTube, and it really
for a while. Yeah, and it worked out, and I just wanted to get to. Oh yeah. I've freaking got 6 times. I mean, I know I don't have a lot, but I almost have 300 followers, and I only had 20 something when I started.
Okay.
So right. I mean, I quadrupled or more than quadrupled my following.
All right.
And that was in like 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. So
I went hard, dude.
You went, dude. Like I couldn't go as hard.
Every day I was putting out shorts, anywhere from 2 to 7 shorts a day for 3 months.
And that's why you were doing GTA. I remember. Like,
but now I'm still, my views and stuff are growing and stuff now, because I have like on TikTok and stuff, you know, that, I mean, slowly it's growing. I've had a few that they keep getting more and more views. So who knows? I don't know what to do with that. I think I need to stick with Twitter at this point. I don't want to go too far, too wide. Like, I have YouTube to put up my clips and any like VODs and stuff that I like. I would still make the TikTok and the YouTube and stuff like that, and then just whenever you have a decent clip, go ahead and just throw it up on there, and don't have to do anything with it. But you never know when one of those things might go viral, and the next thing you know, you have 100,000 or plus followers or some shit. You just never know. So
this is why I keep you around.
You might as well just put it out there. Now you don't have to go and be like, "Well, I'm doing at least 2 a day." That's crazy. Like right now. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I wanted to get to 100 plus videos or shorts out there as quick as I could, and so that's what I did. And
that was your goal?
Yeah. To try to get to 100, 150 videos out there. And then
is that like a tipping point?
I haven't put a TikTok out in 2 weeks now, but I need to try to do one a week is my goal, and release one every Friday.
One a week is doable.
Yeah, easily. But I've been so busy at work and stuff. Like last week, I put out a YouTube on Friday, because if you know, I've been dropping them on Fridays. I put out that YouTube video on Friday, but it was a long 13-minute video. So
it was worth it, though.
I didn't put it on TikTok, because TikTok, is for the shorts and whatnot. So last week,
why don't you clip like a 30-second part of it?
I could have. I just didn't want to fuck with it, honestly.
Gotcha.
The only reason I didn't is because I was stressed at work, because work's been crazy busy, and I didn't want to mess with it. And I waited till Friday to set it up and everything. So when it came time to post the YouTube or whatever, then I just left it at that.
I know you were like, "Can you make me a thumbnail?"
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was on Friday. As you could tell, I didn't dick with it at all until then. So it's done good, man. I got, I think, 30 views or something on it, which ain't bad in the first couple days. What is today? Sunday, so 2 days, 30 views.
That's pretty good. I know. Good. I mean, without a huge following, it's and even with a huge following, I'm
under 300 on YouTube, man. So I don't have much on YouTube at all.
I've been watching Twitter a lot. I'm looking at the engagement versus follower lists or follower numbers.
Yeah,
and there's these huge streamers and OnlyFans girls, and like a lot of the people that I've been just following for what we're doing, like the cannabis stuff like that. They're huge. They have all those followers, and they're not getting any engagement.
Right.
It's so. I'm like, I don't know how they're not getting 30 views on a single tweet when they have 5,000 people that are supposed to be following them.
Well, I know, like, on my deal there of course, you saw how they were when they started knocking all the bots and stuff off. Shit, a fucking quarter of my following was bots,
Yeah, but, I mean, even if it's that. So, okay, so we'll say 4,000 for easy math because I'm stoned. 1,000 bots get taken out of there for a quarter, they still have 75%.
Thing is too, and look at it from my standpoint though, I have 8,000 almost on Twitch, but I average 15 viewers a stream, and I've got 2,000 notifications that are turned on. So literally, I send out like 1,600 go live notifications, and you know what I'm saying. So I think it's just a lot of it is people just follow and then they follow and forget kind of thing, where they're not really active. They're just like they followed and they may have been active at one point, but they never unfollow, and so you got a lot of people just that are not active, whether it's in your stream or on Twitch or on Twitter anymore or whatever, that are, you know, they're followed you, but they're no longer active in the community.
That is interesting. I then just deep diving into analytics. You told me to stop it and not do that. You're like,
yeah. I do it too, man. So I get stressed out by the numbers.
Though. I didn't, except for looking at how to qualify for affiliate. That was the only thing that I was looking at. At this point, I'm not really too worried about it. As long as my views are around the same as when I'm live, I'm okay with it. It doesn't really matter. Like, subs matter, bits matter. The things that bring in income are going to matter for me.
What matters to me is because I've went from absolutely nothing. Like when I told you when I started streaming, I didn't watch streams. I didn't know. I mean, I went into it completely by myself and just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with doing it other than that. That's just the way I started. I didn't watch Twitch, or I didn't do any of that. I didn't even really game. I started gaming again when I started streaming, you know?
That's crazy.
And so, because I'd been raising birds. I lived out in the country for a while and did the farming thing. So, but anyway, I went from that and then built all the way up to where I would, like I said, I would have on any given night, I would have 40 to 60, and then I'd get some big raids and jump up into the 300-400 range sometimes. And then I went from that to switching, like leaving Atlas and switching over to PC and playing some games and dwindling numbers and stuff like that, to where when I played a game called Chivalry 2, next thing you know, I had 1 to 2 viewers a night. So it's just been such a big peak, like crazy fucking nuts. And I mean, those streams were wild, bro. Those streams were wild.
I think it has to do with what you're doing, because that's the thing. Like the people that followed you from back then are probably partiers. So or they could be in jail now, because I mean, geez, like you guys were getting...
That's true. We were getting twisted, bro. Twisted. But I've had the high highs. I've had the really, really high highs and the really, really low lows, man. And it's like at that point on Chivalry and stuff, I almost threw in the flag, man. I almost just said it, you know, it's not worth my time, you know, to do this. And I had to kind of sit back and I've been slowly kind of regrouping and stuff, because.
When was that?
It was a game called Chivalry 2. I played, I went from iRacing, I think, and jumped over to play Chivalry 2 when it released not too long ago. But yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I played with you the other night.
I would have 1 or 2 viewers by the end of that game, and my channel was completely fucking dead, like completely dead. So I felt like I started over and started to rebuild, you know, and slowly claw my way back up, you know, if I can. So
honestly, I think you've done a really good job. I think taking the couple weeks off or whatever that you did to regroup yourself, going with your dad, and
I didn't have
and all that stuff. Like
I burnt myself out big time.
Yeah. That's definitely what I think that you did a good job doing that. And then coming back and playing things that you just want to be having fun. Like, that's the biggest thing. Because I remember those streams when you did Chivalry and you were dead. Like, it wasn't that everybody was dead. It was that you were not engaging the us. Like, I remember, like, we talked about it. Like, I told you, like, I could see that you're not having fun. And right now, I'm having that battle right here, right now. Like,
see, that was weird, because I think to me that was weird, because I feel like in Chivalry I was having a blast, but it was so like in your face that it was hard for me to maybe read chat and do that game at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You were very focused in it, which
that's how I was like playing so hard to try to get first place. Like I wanted to be the top of the fucking deal in that game, you know?
Well, that's like with iRacing. For as long as there was no cautions, you were not really able to watch chat.
Much.
So your chat engagement was horrible at that point. Like really what you needed.
But my viewers were great with that game. And I think a lot of that comes from because for one, the shit talking on the chat. But for two, like in that game, you would be playing with multiple other streamers.
Yeah.
So it's like you're collabing with those streamers without actually knowing who those streamers are or being a part of their community, but you're still collabing because everybody's racing together.
Yeah.
And that's what really gets it, I think, you know.
I watched. I haven't tried iRacing because of you, dickhead.
I'd be telling you, man, like my viewership, like if I was my number one game to get viewers, everybody's like, what are you going to play to get the absolute most viewers you can get right now would be iRacing for me.
Oh yeah, you could have probably 30 people in your...
It still wouldn't be DayZ.
You'd have 30 people in stream tomorrow probably if you went to DayZ and just
or iRacing, yeah.
I mean iRacing, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah. It would take me about a week or two, but I could build it back up and run 30 or 40 viewers a night.
I watched it happen, man. I was in there, like I've seen it, like it was crazy.
But and I love it. It's just it's not. I mean, for one, it's expensive, right? And it's not like I'm making a shit ton of money, and I do enjoy it and stuff. But the one thing that I don't like about it, and the main reason that I'm not playing it, it's not that I don't have fun playing it. It's just that I don't want to play it 100% of the time. You see me, man, I like to jump games, and that's one game that is very hard for me to switch between from that to another game like DayZ or something, because I have to change the settings for the surround. So the surround on the triple monitors. Right now I'm only running 3 monitors, so it wouldn't even work because I would have to have my chat over one of the screens. And you know what I'm saying? It's just the only way I would like to play that, and I would love to get back into it, but I would feel like I would have to have a whole nother setup that just dedicated to iRacing. And that's
you could always do it. You could always do it in the living room.
Well, I know, but I mean, I guess I do have the second PC, but I'd have to get another. Well, I got a second camera. I guess. All right, but I don't have the room for it and stuff. For one, I can't do that.
All you need is 2 24-inch monitors to go on the sides of your main TV. You pull up one of your chairs up there. I
can get it done. What I need to do is get my tip goal met so I can get a new big screen, put the 65-inch big screen up here, take these 2 monitors, take these 3 monitors, move them to the living room, buy me a new 32-inch monitor for this setup. All I see is just fucking dollar bills just rolling. Yeah, it's not doable right now in my life to have 2 full streaming setups.
Oh, I know. I know a guy that had it, though. It was crazy. He did GTA.
Oh, I would love to.
He was him and his dad, and he had his GTA setup, and then in the back of the GTA setup, you could see like the driving simulator in the back. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that shit's sick, dude. Like that's what Milkman has. Got Milk?
Yeah,
he has a full fucking like pro racing setup, dude. It's sick
because he's the shit.
He's got fucking direct drive. He's got the full fucking like cockpit and everything. Like that's what I'm talking about.
The cock in the pit. Yeah,
yeah. I want a cock right in my pit.
Aren't you getting that
yeah. No, that's like if this podcast thing ever takes off or any of this stuff ever actually goes, and who knows, maybe it will, maybe it won't. But if it ever does, man, I would probably have a dedicated iRacing setup at some point because I would still love to race. I enjoy it thoroughly. It's just not easy for me to, like I said, to switch from that to playing something else, and I jump games, so
Oh yeah. If I could afford it, I would do a driving simulator. I didn't like it because I don't like sitting in a fucking seat like this and driving. It's something in the angle of the chair versus the pedals.
You're not in the right angle.
It's not the right angle for me to feel like I'm driving. And it's just, you get fatigued by how you have to move your legs from it. And it's just, I could drive forever.
I had a big problem too because I would say, like you'd be racing one race and be on point, right? You're just going. And then the race ends and you get up, go use the restroom, come back and you can't get that same feel. Yeah. Like you're scooting around. Like I used to always see me wiggle in my chair, just trying to get it to move just a little bit to get that right angle or whatever that I had before or what, Yeah. If you move the slightest, then your chair moves. Like in a cockpit, you get in there, it's the same every fucking time. It's going to feel the same. It's set up the same. The chair's not fucking moving. The steering wheel's not, pedals are all mounted. Everything's exactly the same every time you get into that setup. And that's nice. That would be nice.
It's the dream.
But all that aside, man, I'm having a fucking blast playing DayZ. And I feel like I'm doing better this time as far as my shooting and stuff. So,
I almost can't talk shit about you.
I downed a couple guys tonight. I wasn't able to finish them off, but I did get them knocked, at least.
Yeah.
And it was
They're
pretty much
your name.
It was pretty much a 3-on-1 again, and I knocked a couple of them since Builder got murked right off the bat. And then
you didn't tell me you were opening fire.
I'm connecting, man, on all my shots. Even today, like I wasn't streaming. I was still got into a fight and I connected and almost had the guy.
Shame.
Yeah, I had my daughter, so she was playing Disney something or other, running around Disneyland or some shit.
Okay, so I have another question.
Yeah.
I don't want to run out of time. And it's about streaming, and it's about streaming etiquette. Because last night I rated, I don't remember his name, honestly. I don't care to remember his name. I didn't hear, or he didn't at all, thank me for the raid. I rated in...
He 11. Did later.
Did he? Okay.
But not right away. It was very delayed.
It was extremely delayed.
Yeah. Yeah, he did go back and say thanks and stuff, but yeah, okay. I know exactly what you're talking about because I was thinking the same thing. But after a while, he did thank you for the raid and go back up and thank everybody for follows and shit.
Okay,
it was
that's
very
fine.
delayed.
Anyway. I didn't have a chance to stay around, and would you re-raid that person if you did do that and they didn't? See, to me, if you weren't there later, I would never raid that guy again. Right. I didn't even follow him. I waited 2 minutes, 3 minutes, so it's like, okay, dude, like we found you. Someone told me to go to you.
That was me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name or nothing because I don't want to talk shit.
No. I'm not trying to talk shit. Like I say, like
no,
great,
I know you're not.
I'm glad he went back and saw that, and I understand how some shit can get like, and if your stream elements isn't alerting you, like you're not going to hear it if it didn't alert. Like you have to see all the time. Like I get that.
It's and here's I got two different kind of things on that subject. As far as the saying thank you from the streamer's point of view and being a streamer, yes, I think you should always try to, within a reasonable amount of time, to notify, say thank you, give thanks, welcome everybody in, stuff like that. Try to make them feel welcome and that let them know that you're grateful for that raid because you want it. For one, you are. I mean, it feels great when people add to your numbers and share their community and stuff like that with you.
For real.
But on the other side of things, I don't feel like you should ever raid somebody just looking to get something in return. As far as a thank you and stuff like that, just raid people because you want to raid people. And then if you want, don't go into it being, well, if I think he needs to say thank you and this, whatever. Just, it's one of them things like don't do stuff for others, always expecting stuff back for yourself. Mm-hmm. And so, but I can see both. No, and I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying from both sides, But at that said, if I raid somebody and they're just like, meh, whatever, then I guarantee you next time if I see them and I see somebody else, I'm going to raid them
somewhere else.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I if I had an opportunity to raid him again or somebody else, I would 100% raid somebody else. Like, it's just...
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's nothing against him. And it wasn't like his wasn't good content because what I saw was good.
Yeah,
to me,
he's a good player, man. He is a good player. I ran into him back playing. God damn it! What was that fucking game? I've been looking at. I can't remember what it is now. Son of a bitch. But anyway, it was another survival game and stuff that just dropped, and we played for a while. It's like Dead something. I can't remember. Anyway. But yeah, he's good. Because we got into some big squad fights between his squad and our squad, and we had some good fights, man. And to be honest with you, he almost always came out on top, but we had some hella gun fights and stuff playing when we were playing this other game. So
yeah, you weren't helping, so definitely everybody else was holding their own.
Yeah, back then I wasn't shit. I wasn't doing nothing.
So yeah, I know how easy it is to miss it because I don't have audio alerts yet. Like for some reason it's not working. I need to get that done so it alerts me audio.
Yeah, that's for sure, man.
Because you rated me
don't miss it.
Thursday.
I almost unfollowed you. No,
bitch, I said thank you. Because I had your stream up, bitch. Don't tell me. Guys, all of a sudden I saw me in your stream. I was like, oh, there.
Wait, what happened? What the fuck?
It's like, for real, that's how I knew that you had rated me. It wasn't because I had an alert.
Right,
so
right.
That's the next thing is getting like my alert set up, and then
plus then you can have some jump scares so people can make you have a fucking heart attack. You can see, motherfucker, you make me have a heart attack for a nickel, I almost slap the shit. No, I swear to God, if I die over a fucking nickel.
Okay, so for those of you that weren't in stream earlier,
shit, bro, I'm fucking about to die here, and I just made a nickel. I'm like, God damn it! I fucking feel my heart skip a beat on that shit, bro. Like literally get dizzy because my heart misses fucking beating for a second or something. It's like,
oh my God! So those of you that weren't in stream tonight, it's Sunday night, and I figured out because I've been jump scaring his ass for the last week hardcore. Like I spent $20 in that just to do it because I just wanted to fuck with him. I got him killed once too, which was amazing. But tonight I figured out that you can go as low as 5 bits and get a jump scare still. It wouldn't do it for 1. I tried.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
So I did it a lot tonight.
I think I'm just gonna set it to a minimum $1 bit donation. Like anything over, like anything under $1, I'm just not even gonna accept it. I don't even care because I used to have it turned off, honestly, and it's not for that reason. But I used to have it to where you could donate a penny at a time or 1 bit at a time. Yes, and I have it turned back on now. For a while, I had to have it deactivated up to 10 because people would come in and just like do $1, 1 penny at a time. You know what I'm saying? And just use it to troll the stream. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because then the alert would never stop, and it's just like Jesus Christ. Oh no, this was like actual trolls just trying to ruin the stream and shit, man.
I was just messing with you. Like I know.
But no, these were actual trolls I used to have that would come in like and just sit there and do like $2 or $3 at fucking 1 bit at a time, playing the alert over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm like, you know, that's not being supportive. That's being a troll. And
who are your mods?
We would ban them. No, we'd ban them. I mean, we'd ban them and stuff for doing it, or give them a warning, time them out. You know, and you're like, you know what, thank you, but if you're going to do $1, 1 penny at a time, you can keep your fucking money.
Yeah, it's $1.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear my alert 100 times, like over, you know, the course of, well, I mean, one after the other. I'm good, bro. I'm straight. You can keep your $1. I'll go somewhere else.
I'll take my jump scare dime to somebody else then.
Yeah. I'm just saying, 100 jump scares in a row. Could you imagine how annoying that would get by the end of the 100?
Oh, yeah. I just don't know how they get 100 out that quick before someone timed them out or the slow mode got them. Now, like, there's slow mode now if you do it over and over again.
No, I don't do slow mode or none of that shit.
I would catch it. If I saw someone start doing that, you just tap it and you'll stop them and they stop.
This was a long, long time ago, too. And we were...
Before Twitch was really good.
And all my mods were like Chris, completely fucking cooked all the time, probably drooling in their chair, just like staring blindly at the TV, fucking so stoned. You know,
not like me,
like Chris M. You know, like Chris M.
Coming with the wrong name, I'm gonna ban your ass.
Oh, I got a lot of that. That's most of my fucking people that are banned from my channel are people coming in with the wrong fucking name. Dude, and it's amazing to me, like when you do, like when you have higher views and stuff and you get these trolls in there, it's amazing to me how fast people are at creating a new email to create another account just to come back and get banned again by trolling. Because, dude, we would have multiple. There's nights where we'd ban 10 different accounts, but it was like the same person just creating emails because the name would just be like a letter change or something like that. Of course, they're almost always fucking racist or something like, you know, stupid like that.
I don't understand why people do that kind of stuff. Like, why do you spend and take your time to do that to so like it maybe it's enjoyable to some people. Like I like fucking with you, but not like that. Like
I used to get drunk and I'd flip the fuck out, you know, like it made good content, but I've just it made good content, but I just flipped the fuck out, you know.
It was Builder.
Cocksucking motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't do any good, but when you're totally fucking drunk and cooked and it's jumping up and just fucking it made for good content, man. So
absolutely.
It's not fun. It sucks. Like, then there's times where you're just like, and people are trying to troll you, and you're like, motherfucker, dude, I'm just trying to do something and create something here and build a community and, you know, and try to make a little cash here and there. Like, that's not the reason I do it, obviously, but, you know, you're trying to affect what I'm trying to build and my goals and shit. And that's pretty fucked up, man. There's somebody you don't even know, you're going to try to fuck with their life a little bit, you know, that's fucked.
There's so much drama in content creation. It's not just Twitch; it's everywhere. Because I follow a lot of people for this podcast, like just cultivating people to come on here and whatnot. So 300-400 people at this point I follow on Twitter.
Speaking of which, and I know he doesn't listen, or I doubt he listens, but you need to follow Mr. OG, and we need to try to get that motherfucker on here.
OG Treats.
No, not It's Mr. OGX or something like that. He's an old school. Like, he was the one that you tried to get me in Karma Crew way back when I was an Xbox DayZ streamer. You'll have to check him out, dude. He's legit. He's crazy. He's got a little attitude. He plays DayZ with the likes of oh god damn. Why am I always drawing a blank? He runs a bunch of the Zero servers. Why can't I think of his fucking name now? God damn it. The people I know right now that are going to listen to this when it drops are going to be like, they know exactly who I'm talking about. But anyway.
Mr. OGX?
Yeah. Dude, that guy's name is right on the tip of my tongue. This is ridiculous. I can't even think of it. But yeah, Mr. OGX. You see him with the red and white payday mask type thing?
Payday? Is that what it's called?
Well, no, that's the mask that, I think it was the mask out of Payday or some shit like that. So.
But yeah, I see him. He's
yeah,
he's on.
Yeah, he's
right
cool.
now, but yeah.
He knows me from way back, and like when Minder and he was part of Karma Crew and all that. He went to Minder at one point on stream and was talking about, hey, he thinks that I should become part of Karma Crew and blah 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 blah. And Karma Crew back in the day was a big DayZ stream team, and then Minder didn't want me in right away or at that point, and Minder's raided me a few times, several times with 200 to 400 people.
Yeah.
Super cool cat. So don't think I'm talking shit on Minder. That's not what I'm doing at all.
No.
I actually just messaged him because I hadn't seen him in a while. I messaged him on Twitter and to check on him.
Yeah, you had to talk about him the other day, yeah.
He's been working on his Karma Crew servers, which that's another thing. They have 3 servers that have been max pop here lately. And Karma Crew's known for their kind of vanilla-ish hard survival and stuff. So I might check those out at some point as well. But anyway, yeah, Mr. OG, he's cool, dude. He's a cool cat, and he's kind of off his rocker a little bit, but in a good way. And so I think it'd make a fun podcast. And like Builder and Chris and everybody have mentioned it a few times about us trying to get him on. So
okay, well, I just followed him.
Anyway, cool.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Oh, we'll see if we can figure that out.
yeah. Anyway,
I mean, I'm just a lowly little guy over here, so I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, I just figured I'd throw it out there. We're live. We're live and recording. We might as well. I guess live and recording don't go together. So we're recording. We're not live. This is good weed, by the way.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's real good. Yeah, it's real good. But yeah, congratulations on the affiliate, bro.
I'm super stoked.
It's only up from here.
It's a drug. It really is. Like, it's crazy. Like,
well,
I was sitting there thinking, like, okay, we'll get out done with the podcast about 9:30. Should I go live? that was like that. I'm not going to.
That's another thing, man. I get hyper focused on stuff, so that's what I did. Like I told you from the beginning of playing DayZ and stuff, man. I fucking went hard, dude.
Yeah,
there for a while. Like I said, I went 3 months at 7 days a week, and shortest streams were like 6 hours, and still working full time and kids, and which is probably why. Well, no, there's much other reasons, but that might be one of the reasons me and my ex aren't together. But
no, we're gonna blame streaming.
Plenty of other problems there.
No other problems. It was only streaming. That's it. That's all.
Streaming was just my escape. But anyway,
I can't see doing more than 3 hours.
Oh,
at this point,
you did 6 just the other day, motherfucker.
I know, but that's because I did 2 separate streams basically in one. I did 3 hours on vanilla and then 3 hours on.
Fuck that, dude. I guarantee you, like you set a goal of 500 followers, you do a 12-hour stream. Let's go.
I don't know.
That's rough, dude. That's rough, bro. I could try to make it a weekend. I'll run it with you, maybe. If I could get the weekend, I'll do a 12-hour with you or some shit. We'll do like an 8-hour or something.
We'll do 12. Let's do a fucking 12.
Oh, God, that's terrible, bro.
No, fuck that.
You're talking starting 8 a.m. and not finishing till 8 p.m. or something.
I don't give a shit.
10 to 10 or something.
We'll eat barbecue on stream. Let's fucking roll.
Barbecues and computers don't go together? All right, motherfucker, I'm out. Guys, thank you for listening. As always, thank you for listening. Dolph, again, congratulations, brother. I'm glad you got that. And like I said, we got a good group of friends that we're rolling with, and everything's looking up from here, brother. So. Yeah, man.
I want to thank the whole Beachy crew, Peels, fuck everybody, all the streamers that come hanging out, fuck Max, all of them. Like, it's so much love and support from these Twitch communities, y'all. It's just, I can't give enough back to you. Like, I can't. I wish I could. I wish I could do more, but man, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for the continued support. Two Fried Eggs Podcast. Till next time, peace.
Thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe below if you like our content. New episodes dropping every Friday. Stay tuned.